Today we're exploring Orange County in Southern California. We're gonna just show you a few select hot spots that we enjoyed visiting. And if you missed last week's, we did a really cool episode at Huntington Beach.
Wherever I go, I will always know everything I need is right here with me. It's time to let it all go, no matter who knows anything about me now. I'm ready to see what life's got for me. I got one thing left to say.
Orange County, California, or better known by locals as the OC, contains many popular cities, including Surf City, USA, or Huntington Beach, Newport Beach, with its wealthy boat-filled harbors, and Laguna Beach, which has been made popular by select television shows. Today, we're excited to bring you along to some lesser-known places of interest within these beautiful destinations.
Good morning, it's actually afternoon. We're going to 1,000 Steps Beach off of PCH in Laguna Beach, California. It's gonna be pretty sick. It's a lot of steps down and a lot of steps back up.
Is there 1,000 steps?
Probably like 922.
So we tried to go to 1,000 Steps Beach, but unfortunately it was closed due to construction. So just down the road a little ways is something called the Pirate Tower. So we're gonna go check that out today instead.
We just walked about 12 miles yesterday, so 1,000 steps wasn't sounding all that great. A little bit sore. Maybe it was meant to be. This is cool too.
Way down there.
What?
The tower, on like the Rapunzel Tower on the
yeah?
side. We gotta walk to the beach over there.
Okay, is that where we're going?
Yeah, that's the Pirate Tower. You used to be able to like go up to the top, and now it's closed. So we parked a little ways down the road because we didn't know exactly where the Pirate Tower was. It's kind of hard to find. It's a little local spot. Same with 1,000 Steps. They're very hard to find if you don't know what you're looking for. We're gonna walk all the way down there since we can have it in our eyesight now. It's an adventure. Woo! And there it is.
The California coast may not be the first place you'd think of to find a lonely 60-foot stone turret, affectionately called the Pirate Tower by locals. Upon first glance, it seems to have been birthed directly from the surrounding sandstone cliffs. This oddly, slightly askew tower was built in 1926 as an enclosed staircase for William E. Brown, a senator from Los Angeles.
So this is the entrance to the Pirate Tower. Of course, we can't go inside because it's privately owned. To me, it looks a little more like Rapunzel's Tower, but it's still pretty neat. And it's right here in a hidden cove on the beach.
In the early 1940s, Brown sold his home to naval captain and pirate aficionado Harold Kendrick. Records recall Kendrick dressing in pirate garb, inviting kids over for games, sea stories, and scavenger hunt for hidden coins. These days, the property has switched hands many times, and the tower remains kept under lock and key, a skeleton key.
So we just found out this beach is called Victoria Beach, and you can come down the stairs on Victoria Street instead of climbing around a cliffside. Oh man. Nick and I decided to come back to Little Corona where we watched the sunset, the disappointing sunset with Kris the other night, to go check out some of the tide pools we saw down here the other day. It's a little protective cove. One of my favorite things to do at the ocean is look through all the tide pools and see all the little creatures. So while we were out here the other day, we saw a big charter boat or a tour boat come back from Catalina Island, and we decided to book ourselves a little tour over to Catalina, a little excursion out. So if you guys haven't seen that, check out last week's episode where we go to Catalina Island and explore what there is to see there. There's Nick looking all groovy in my sweatshirt. That fits you pretty good. It's a little tiny. It's not bad.
Left my jacket at home.
Yeah, he left his jacket at home and we didn't want to drive back.
so he's wearing my sweatshirt. It's working out.
How do you like the Newport area?
Oh, this is beautiful.
Right now.
I absolutely love it. There's no place like it. I'm really glad we skipped it so we can come back here and enjoy it. Because we've slowed down since we came through here last. Last time we came through California coast, man, we were going 100 miles an hour everywhere we went. We didn't know how to slow down yet.
That was also 2020. So we weren't sure about the coronavirus, and then we were in a hurry to do the coast to get to Texas. So if you guys haven't seen that, check out our season 2 playlist, and you guys can see more of the California coast. We're just enjoying this view today.
Little Corona del Mar is a secluded beach with a shoreline of rocks and tide pools. It is a protected area and therefore offers spectacular diving, as well as excellent snorkeling. Also, from here on a good weather day, you can clearly see Catalina Islands some 25 miles away.
Beautiful sunny Saturday here in Huntington Beach. I've spent most of the morning working on some videos for you guys. Nick took Trixie down to Doggy Beach and then somehow wandered about 3 miles up towards Sunset Beach. He found some live music down there and he says there's a lot of things going on today. So I called it quits on work for the day, and we are going to go explore and show you around the town on a weekend in November. So we made it to the next beach down, which is Bolsa Chica State Park. So we're gonna check this out. Unfortunately, dogs aren't allowed on the beach here, and we still have Trixie, but we can still walk around.
With 3 miles of long, wide, sandy beach, Bolsa Chica State Beach provides the perfect location for surfers of all levels, campers, fishermen, and families, many of which will stay well into the evening for a classic beach bonfire.
So here we are at the Huntington Beach bike trail. Runs along the coastline. People jog here, walk here, bike here. It's a great place to get some exercise next to the beach. We are currently on our way to the International Surfing Museum down here in Huntington Beach. This is considered Surf City, USA out here, so that's going to be exciting to see what they've got in this little museum. We just got to the International Surf Museum and we're going to go inside and check it out and see what's in there. He just closed it.
Oh no!
Literally.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh.
Sally, we're open.
Oh, good.
Well, we're at the International Surf Museum in Huntington Beach, and our current exhibit, after having been shut for 18 months because of COVID, we opened with this new exhibit called Finding California Surf. And this map was drawn in 1946, not this actual one, but we recreated it to follow the one that was 1946, of the surfing spots from San Francisco to San Diego. So it tells you the history of how they discovered the surfing spots, and then chronologically in the museum, starting over here, we had Wind and Sea over here, then we have San Onofre and Dana Point, and of course interesting to look at is the fact that some of these spots, which used to be so beautiful and surfing spots, as Joni Mitchell sang, killed paradise and put up a parking lot. It changed as time went by, but the actual very first popular spot in Southern California was Corona Del Mar. This is when Duke Kahanamoku was up in Hollywood. Of course, Duke had won the gold medal, the most famous surfer ever in history. Home right here, Huntington Beach. In 1914, George Freeth came down from the South Bay to be the very first surfer to surf Huntington Beach. The first concrete pier in America was built and opened in 1914, and this is the actual stone from the pier when they rebuilt the pier. I always think this one's the most crazy, mainly because I actually got married on the Queen Mary, and this is the Queen Mary right here at Long Beach.
And that's over there at Long Beach.
And it used to be a surfing spot right where the Queen Mary is today. We get here, and this is history of Huntington Beach. This was the very first surf shop in Huntington Beach, if not one of the very first in California, Surfboards by Gordy. This is a recreation of what that shop was like, but what's really funny is how they felt surfboards. Look, there's no A. And they just left it that way. And then you're in, you know, in Palos Verdes Peninsula, which was one of the most popular spots in those early days of surfing. Well, what's funny about this one too, look, is this is redwood and pine, and the termites don't like the redwood. And then of course South Bay, you know, where you know, a lot of the very first surf companies were in the South Bay. So everybody knows Malibu, and what's classic is to see the dirt, what used to be how you went to Malibu on the dirt road, right? What exposed our whole surfing culture was Cacti, right? And her dad wrote the book, and that exposed the Bohemians on the beach to surf culture, which eventually led to John Miller's doing the movie Big Wednesday. This is here from an exhibit that we had done before honoring Eddie Eichhout, one of the greatest watermen in our surf culture, who unfortunately was lost at sea. And I used to compete against Eddie back in the 70s, you know, and when I was competing on the World Professional Tour. Eddie would go. If you go to Santa Barbara, that's how you used to go to Santa Barbara, you know, on a wood trestle. No 4-lane cement highway, right?
How times have changed.
The very first surfers, and these are the actual boards. The princes came over to go to school on a boat, and they saw that there was really good waves in Santa Cruz, so they went to the local timber mill and they made these boards. I actually took this photo. They got these boards back from Bishop Museum in Hawaii and had them on exhibit, and I drove to Santa Cruz to see them because those are the oldest surfboards you could potentially, right? They were built in 1885. We had discovered California, and so Bruce Brown got Robert August and Mike Hinson, and they went off to discover the world, and that changed everything. Surf exploration. We'd discovered everything we could find in California, and now they took off and said, we're going to go discover the world, and that started the whole thing of surfers chasing, looking for waves. And then this was all new. I had challenged myself about, if you want to buy a piece of surf art in California, where would you go? There's no gallery. We're missing something here, so we created what we call the Surf Art Corner. And these are surf artists, which you can buy their original works, or you can get prints of their works if you don't want to buy the originals. And this is all new, and we have some pretty prominent artists in here, you know. So that's the museum as it stands today, and we're stoked to be back open. I hope you enjoyed a little tour of the Finding California Surf.
Your beard is blowing in the breeze.
Can't get enough Destination Now? Subscribe and join us next Tuesday as we go on our next adventure. Click the like button if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Later.
This should be our Christmas card. We should all have sunglasses on.